Okay, welcome to Church Media Connect. And as I promised, today we'll be looking at how you can integrate Easy Worship into Vmix. Then we also look at how you can do your lyrics and then the song as a lower third. Okay, so before we move on, let me quickly review an item here. You know I like reviewing items. So what I normally do is I want to look out for equipment that are low on budget, but are very good that you can get for your church. Some of them are quite expensive, so I try buying to look at the ones that are good. So today I have the Field World wireless video transmitter system, and I'm going to quickly show you what this can do. If you have a question, you leave it in the comment section for us. And if you can't hear me, just prompt me. Okay, so this is it. It comes with these nice antennas. Now, this is how it looks like. So this is HDMI and then SDI. So those of you who are looking to buy an SDI transmitter that's low on budget, you can get this. Okay, it's quite good. I haven't really tried this with the SDI. I've tried the HDMI, it's working fine. So you can use HDMI on the transmitter and convert it to SDI. One nice thing about this is that I'm liking the new transmitter that are coming. So you have HDMI in and then you have the loop out. Then you have SDI out here. Then you can also look at the other one. So this is the receiver. Okay, so the receiver, you can exchange. What they are saying is that you can do a reverse. So you can have this to be transmitter and this can be the receiver. So this is how it looks like. Now, one nice thing about this, why I want to get this to use, is that it is having an intercom system. So you can connect your headset and headphone and speak to whoever is mounting this. And so I think this is a nice one. If you're interested, I have this. This is what I will be reviewing. If I finish reviewing it, you can buy it. I won't be using it. Okay, that's what I'll do. But today we have somebody. I didn't want to do everything today, so we have Raymond. Raymond is with me at PIWC Atomic. So he's the one who has been doing the lyrics for us. As I explained in one of my videos, what we normally do is that we want the songs to come down there. Okay, so we do what we call green screen. Or if you have a mixer that is using Luma, you can do Luma. That is the black screen. So that's what we'll be doing today. He will take that, and then when we come to how you can easily use one laptop. I've seen a lot of churches who want to just use one laptop for Easy Worship, and then at the same time they want to bring in lower text, the name of the person preaching, and then the logo at the top. So in that case, you probably use two laptops to do it, but people don't have that budget to buy two laptops, so you want to use just one laptop to do it. So at the end of whatever he's going to be doing, I will also look at that, how you can achieve that. And I mean, this one we are just going to use NDI. What I'm trying to do is that since we are using a laptop, you cannot get three outputs at the same time. So we are connecting the HDMI and the Easy Worship through NDI into my YOLO box so that we can see what is going on the two. We've duplicated this laptop, so send it through a cable, but the output of the Easy Worship is going to be NDI so that we can pick it from here. Okay, if I'm using my desktop, probably I'll split the main desktop and then output it. But since it's a laptop, we don't have the card that can do two output for us, so we are using NDI. So Raymond will take us through Easy Worship. I'm going to quickly open his computer screen. Okay, Raymond.
Okay, so once again, welcome viewers to today's session, and I'm Raymond once again. So I'll be taking you through how to set up your lower thirds for both scriptures and songs on your Easy Worship for your live production or any other post-production work. So let's quick start by launching our Easyworship. So for the purpose of this training, we're actually using the Easyworship 7 version of the software. So I know probably most of you or some churches still use the older versions of the Easyworship, but I think for version 6 still you can apply what I'm actually about to show you. But the earlier one, I'm sure we have to pick another time, and like Easyworship 2009, which I know some people still have working with. So
people are still using 2019.
2009, yeah.
Okay, so let me quickly come in. If you are using 2009, then you are really far behind. Unfortunately, now if you want to buy, you have to do subscription. It's not the one-time software that you are buying. One of the ideas that I'm having that somebody gave me from US is that in US, in some geographical location, they are paying for it. So if it's $15, so if I give you how much, we divide it. So if you can look in your locality, if you have about 10 churches, then you can talk to the churches and then you buy, and then you share the cost. So every year, if it's $180 for the whole year, you divide it by by 10. That's by 10. That's giving you, is it 18? 18. That's giving you $18. So it will be cheaper for you to bear the cost alone. I'm also planning, if it's just that sometimes I don't have the heart, I will probably buy it and let people get the license. So you pay something small for it. So now you can't buy the software for lifetime. You have to do subscription. So if you are not looking at that option, you have to look at Pro Presenter. Pro Presenter 2 is the same. You pay for it. The only one that is free is Bible Show. And that Bible Show can only do Bible, not lyrics. Yeah, we'll have time to look at Bible Show. So yeah, if you are still using 29, you are behind. Kindly talk to your church to change it so that you enjoy all that we are going to talk about today. Okay, so Remo, you can quickly go to...
All right, so let's launch our Easyworship. You could also download the demo version online then, if you don't have, so that we go to, you can still use it for some time, then when the demo time ends, then you purchase as said by Andy. So those who are new to Easyworship, so this is the interface, and I'm sure most of you already have started using it, so you already know the whole feature. So I won't do much of the features right now. So when you come to this side of the interface, that's where you find the song tab, the scripture tab, the media tab, presentation tab, and the themes tab. So for the song tab, that's where whatever songs or the songs that you saved, whether they were let's say system songs or you inputted them, so that's where actually they are being kept. Scriptures, depending on the version that you bought. Easyworship now, you have to buy everything. And then media could be videos, it could be images, could also be a DVD that you want to play through the Easyworship. Then presentations, PowerPoint, you can even create your own presentation on Easyworship 7. That's how good it is now. So for the purpose of today's session, we'll be looking at the themes tab. That's where you could create your own custom theme for your production that you are actually doing. So over here also we have themes that can be specified to songs, and also themes that can be created purposely for scripture. So our church per se, last PWC Atomic, we create lower third for songs, then for scriptures we actually use the entire screen, not necessarily using the bottom. We actually cover the whole screen with the scripture. So but over here I actually come to teach you how to create your theme for it to be in the form of a lower third, which will appear at the bottom of your video when you are doing your production. So these are themes that have been created by Easyworship itself. So we could actually either edit one or actually create your own custom themes to which to your preference. So over here you could see the song button has been selected. So that means these themes are actually for songs alone. So when you're actually on the song tab, and you actually have selected one particular theme to be used, that's what will appear as the background, or that will actually appear when your song is being projected on the screen. And the same for scripture. You can see they are also different. So let's stay on the song button for the time being. So let me start by creating a new theme. So when you actually come to where you find your created themes, you actually right click on an empty area, then you will actually select new song theme. So because you're actually on the song tab, that's why it's actually appearing as a song theme. If you move to the scripture, it will appear as a scripture theme. So you actually select create new something, then this the next interface that actually appears. So you have slide. This is actually just one slide, because a new theme you're actually creating will actually give you just one slide, but you could actually create multiple slides depending on how you want it. So since we want, so as you can see, the whole text actually filling the whole screen in actually at the middle. So you actually want to put it at the bottom. So you can actually click anywhere in the screen for the cursor buttons to appear. Then you drag it down to actually fit at the bottom. So you could adjust it to your liking as I'm doing.
So Raymond, let me quickly come in.
Okay.
Okay, so before we continue, let me, now the reason why we are showing this is that when we are doing church service, we are projecting our video on the screen in the auditorium. And we are using only two screens in the auditorium. One is facing the stage and one is facing the congregation. We don't have two other screens that we can probably project only the lyrics on it, or project only the videos on it and then have the lyrics in the middle. So we want to combine the video with the lyrics. That is the reason why we want to let it come down there. There are some churches that have more than two screens. They have two at the side, one in the middle, and then they project the songs to those screens. So if you are the type, then what we are doing, you may not need it. But even with those who are using the two screens and having the video on it, you can still project the songs on it, so that whatever is going online will not be only the full lyrics that is showing. Okay, so that's the main reason why. So you can continue.
Okay, so if you are still following, this was where we are before Andy came in. So right now we've adjusted the cursor or the text box to actually fit the area that we want it to be shown. So we would now go on to customize our color. So remember Andy was saying, depending on your kind of mixer you are doing, whether it's a green screen, that is a chroma, or a black screen, that is a luma, you could adjust the background colors to fit in per your production standard. So then when you are done, you actually now go to this button, that's the inspector button. That's where you could customize the colors for your main background and your main element. So you click on the inspector and this info also appears. So you have the main info, that's the title of, you've not yet given the title to the theme yet, so we will come back to that later. Then you have your slide, you have your element, you have your text, and you have the media. The media is just to want to put sort of a motion graphic or a picture for the whole theme, but I'm not sure you'll be using that. So for now, let's focus on the slide and the element. The slide is actually the whole box. So right now, as you can see, where my cursor is, that's what we mean by the slide. So we have it let's say sub group of the slide. You have the background. So right now, clicking on the background, you could see fill style, and as at now it's actually on none, but the other options, that's the color fill, gradient fill, and the media fill. So let's say you actually have a mixer that uses the chroma key. So chroma key, you need to fill your background with the green color. You could also use a gradient fill. You could also use a media fill where you could put a motion graphic, motion background, or a picture behind it. So let's select the color fill. So now you could see the default color or the selected color is blue. So you could click this drop down arrow here, which will actually open the various colors to you to choose from. So you could actually go and find out more colors, but there is green here, so we could just select the green. So now we are done with our background style, which is green. Then we will now come to the element. The element is just small box that actually adjusted to fit in as a lower text. That's where whatever text you have will actually appear. So right now you could see the elements color. There's actually not any color selected for the field, so it's like blank. So we also choose color. You can't choose green because there's already green selected, or else your chroma or your mixer would clear both and there would be nothing to be seen. So you could actually choose any color now to complement the green screen that you've already selected. So let's maintain the blue for now. You could adjust the opacity depending on how you want the element fill to appear on your screen. So let's leave it on 80%. That's okay. Then you could also include other settings, formatting, border, shadow, reflection, but I would say they are secondary. So they are not much, they are aesthetics. So that means you could do or you could do away with it. So, and the text. So the text, one thing about Easyworship is actually it has fitted the text to its own, looking at how you adjust them. Then also adjust the margins together with the text. So you actually don't have to touch it anyway. You could leave it as it is in the meantime. So now we are done with this whole inspector setting. So you could close it. So you can see how it's looking now. If you still think you could want to reduce the size, you can still play around it till you are okay with whatever size you want to use. Then when you are done, but the other settings here, which let's go through. So for the fonts, you could also select what font type you want to give to your text showing on the screen. And then, as I said, with the font size, you see it's already on auto. So you could still change it to fit your own style, whether you want it big or small. But as you change the element fill, Easyworship also make sure the text you're actually using fits into that shape for it to be readable enough. Yes, that's the main key, for readable enough. So you can still maintain the font size to auto, but you could still check the do not auto size text. Then you could now change the font size to your liking. But let's go back to say resize text to fit element. That's the auto style. So when you are done, then you give it a theme title. So let's say training. Then you save it. So now it's actually been a new theme, that's a new song theme added to the list of themes that were already created. So now let's go back to the song. You could say that we still have the old song theme showing as default. So let's come back to our theme that we created. You right click on it, then you select this option, set as default song theme. So that would program Easyworship to pick it as the new song theme that will be used forever and ever. So now let's go back to the song tab. Then you could see all our songs being formatted with the theme that we use, or with theme we created. Anyone with any question can bring it down.
Yeah, they will leave it in the comment section. So just double click on the song. Let's project the song and see if that's coming.
So let's try see. So when you double click, you can see.
So on your screen, let's see, this is how it's coming. So this is the output that you'll be receiving. Now, Raymond, I know that at our church, we spent a lot of time to break the songs into
Yes.
2 lines. Yeah, because if you have that whole 4 lines showing, there are people who will not be able to read it. So I think let's quickly go through how we have been able to do every song. I think our database is 2 lines. You have to really spend time to do it. I will see if I can steal some of the database from him and then share with you, because we have actually break the songs into 2 lines.
Okay, so and let's show the song again.
Okay.
So as you can see, this song, you are reading on your phone, so you think you can read it, but when it's on the main screen, it will be very difficult for you to sing and follow the choristers when they are doing their ministration. So what you need to do is to now, let's say, break them into two lines. So if, as you can see with this song, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So you have to now format each slide to two lines for it to be big enough for you to read on the screen. So to do that, let's select one song. So let's say, so any song that is being lifted up in church, then you want to make it readable enough for the congregation to also see and sing along. Let me see if there is this song. Okay, so you have this song, Christ the Lord is risen today. So what you do is you select the song, then you right click on it, then you click on edit song. So it actually opens the song panel with its slides. So each stanza actually on a new slide. So we have 5 stanzas or 5 slides. So to do that, you need to put the cursor on the second line of each song, and then you would have to issue this indent tab command, or let's say, should I show them the shortcut?
Yeah, we can also look at the shortcut. Yeah, but you can also use the indent.
The indent, okay. So for the shortcut, what you do is, as you actually have your cursor on the second line, you hold your control key, you press and hold the control key, then you hit your enter. So as you can see, it's actually broken this 4-line stanza song into 2 lines. You get it? So let's try again. You put your cursor on the second line of the song, then you press and hold the control key, then you now press the enter key together with it, so that you are combining 2 keys, control plus enter. It will then break that 1 slide song into 2 slides containing 2 lines each. So the same, control plus enter, again control plus enter. So one thing is that the most tedious part is, imagine if the song has like 10 stanzas, you have to do for all of them, or else you still can't read it on the screen. So you have to break all of them into two lines before it can be readable on the screen for you to or for the congregation to sing along. So right now, when you are done, then you click on the OK button. Then you can now project it on your screen for viewing.
So it's still a little small.
So yes, so that's when you can now try and come and uncheck the do not, or you could have to convert your whole text into uppercase characters. So I think sometimes when the song actually is in lower cases. It's also quite of small. So, but you could also have to increase the font size if the need arises. So what you do is you have to select the whole lyrics. So that's Control A, or you can just click and drag to select all of them. Then you now, right now it's actually auto fit, so you can uncheck for, then you can now increase it depending on how you want it to appear. So it's getting bigger here. Then when you're done, you click on OK, then you can, I think it's much better now.
So Raymond, what I've been noticing, the shadow is quite a lot. I think we can go and change the.
Yeah, you can change it from
the theme.
The theme.
Yeah. So we want to give it a shadow so that it's readable from afar. Okay, so let's quickly go there.
So with that, you go back to the theme that was created. You go back to the theme tab, then still on the song button, you now go and now we are not actually going to create a new song theme. We are going to edit the theme that was created for the song tab. So right click, then you now select edit song theme. Then remember where you were or where you went, that is the inspector. That was when you were able to format and configure everything. So you go back to the inspector. Then this time you actually come to the text button, then the font. Wait.
So you select it.
Yeah. Then so what I did was to first select the element. So then you come back to the inspector, then you now go back to the font, then the outline. So the shadow is what you could also disable or enable. So when you disable, you could see, let me drag this one here, you see it. So when I disable, you see that there is no shadow appearing, and when you enable, you see the shadow, but you can still reduce the opacity. So let's say
then the offset.
And also reduce the offset as well.
But we can even see that the outline is already giving it that feel to see.
Yeah. So when mostly these things, they are all to your preference. So when you feel that, oh, it's okay, then you could proceed. So when you are done, you just click on apply. Then the changes that you did apply to the slide, then you hit OK. Then you come back to your song. Then let's see if what changes. So you could see the first initial one. That's, you can see the shadows, that's quite heavy, and when we adjusted it, you see actually reduced a little. That's what I'm saying. Everything depends on.
So I think right now let's go and take the shadow as completely.
So okay.
So leave the outline. I think the outline normally works for me.
So the same process. You right click on the slide. You go to the edit. Select the element. So let me start again. So right click, edit, select the element, then you go to inspector, come to the outline.
So let's take the shadow out.
Then you click on none. Then it's been taken out. So then you close there, then you apply, then you OK, and then you come back to the song. At least you can see that the shadow now has been taken off, leaving the outline alone. So
okay, so Raymond, I realized that when it comes to the songs, when you change the font, when you do it per song, that will affect only the song, that particular song.
You see, the other one, they changed that selected the whole song. So the font size change will affect the whole song.
Okay, so it's not just because when you went to the edit, I thought that is what is going to change only that song.
No,
because there are times that we are doing projection and the theme difference for each of the songs.
Yeah,
I've experienced that before.
Yeah, sometimes some of the songs might not be configured to the new theme you might do. So, but there's a way to...
I think I've realized that it's just because we've edited that particular song, give it a side.
Before.
So, for example, if you go to, let me quickly go to this. So, for example, if you go to the songs theme that we have done right now, edit, then you come to the inspector, and then the font. So let me select it here. So you see the font is still on auto here. So when I do this, it normally affects all the songs at once.
No, just the particular song that is selected.
Okay.
That's what we affect.
Okay. For if I'm doing the edit song. But this one is the theme, so it's supposed to affect the whole song.
No, it will affect just that I'm saying the other font size formatting. It actually affects per song, not
so if affect per song if you are editing the song from there. Okay. Yes, but for the theme it affects everything.
The whole song.
Okay, so I think we are very clear on that. What I want to do right now is that in my software, I don't know if I can show. No, I can't show it on my Misa if I can remove the green screen. But let me just quickly remove the green screen and put that lyrics on our video right now. So I'm going to chroma key and I switch. So what is happening right now is that I am able to remove the green screen from it. Okay, so I can quickly go to add it. Okay, so I'm coming. Let me do picture in picture. So this is our video, right?
Yeah.
Then this is the song, and then so I will expand this. No thickness. Okay. So we have it this way.
This way, yeah.
So when they are singing, you can change. Let's see.
So this way.
So then when they are changing, this is what is going to happen, right? Okay. So Raymond, let's quickly go to another song for you to edit. Okay. Then we can come back to scriptures.
That's what I'm saying. For the song, it's better you would over here. That's where it's good to collaborate with your song ministers at the church, or else you will always be hot.
So they should send you the song.
You should get the songs.
They should send you the song the day before. For you to be able to edit it,
or else by the time they finish singing, you are even not done with it.
But I remember that there are times you are editing. Once they start the song, you edit quickly. Yeah, you enter. You do the shortcut enter quickly before you start. And by that time, they are looking at us.
Some songs are shorter. You could finish quickly. Some two are very long.
And some two we have to download.
You have to download them.
And then do it fast. Okay.
It's a whole
so we can go to another.
So let's try another song also. So let's look at close. Oh, let me pick some shorter one. Why these I don't know. They're all hymns, eh?
He's trying to look for a very short song.
Short song.
He will get big long ones. Raymond, work with the long ones. These are all hymns.
So let's pick this song as well. So remember the process. You select the song, then you right click on the song, then please don't go and click delete. New song. The new song will open the tab for you to input a new song that you want to add to the tab base. So right click, then edit song, then you would come back to the process that we spoke about. And I'm saying, I think for this, because it's in lower cases, that's why it's appearing.
So let's break this, then we go and configure it with the team and see if that works.
So remember, you get your cursor to the second line. You should be quick. So you control enter. So control enter, control enter. So as you can see how easy it is now.
Okay, so we can save it.
You could still see it's quite.
So let's save it. Let's see. This one we will not set the font.
So.
Yeah. So let's go to the theme and see what happens there. Now, some time ago, it was the scripture I was having issue with. Okay, so the font here is on auto.
Yeah.
Still, if you do not resize. Okay. So let's just put it on the auto. Center align, you can change it to left align and all of that. This font, I think we like using, is it Tacoma?
Tacoma.
Yeah. We like using Tacoma. Maybe it's still the default.
Yeah.
Okay. I like applying. He doesn't like applying.
Why apply?
Okay. Okay. So probably we have to go in and then give it a size. I think we normally use 30 or 32. When we select the whole song, select everything. So I think 30, 32 works. Okay, so we've forgotten to carry our church laptop, so we don't have the Pentecost songs.
Yeah.
So this is it. This is how it comes. Now it's not compulsory that it has to be very big like that. You can even let it smaller. You can push it to anywhere you want to put it.
Because I know Pen TV, they actually squeeze it at the right side.
Yeah. Okay, somebody is saying that please show us how you remove the green screen. Every system have the way they remove it. How do I show this with this my?
It depends on the mixer.
Yeah, I can actually output from this to show them. I'm coming, let me see. Now, when I take the green screen out, it refuses to actually go. So let me add it again, if that's going to work. NDI. So we are using NDI to bring it in because we are not able to. Okay, so do I have Jeff, if you can get me a shorter HDMI cable. I have one here, so let me quickly use this. So the person who wants us to show how I remove the green screen, I'm going to show you something. It may be showing a double video, but you just have to take it like that. Okay, so let me quickly, what I'm doing is to take my output from my yellow bus and then put it back into, so there is it. This is the HDMI 1 is the output. Okay, so let me take this out. So you see what is showing me over here? It's doing double
exposure.
Yeah, double exposure. I'll find a different way to do this. Give me a minute, let me think about how to do this. To HDMI 1. Okay, I've seen the HDMI 1. So you can see my HDMI 1 showing over there. Yeah, let me take this out. Okay, so this is my whole interface that you are seeing online right now. So what I do is that I go to the green screen here. There is a setting at the top for the YOLO box. So I will click on it, go to chroma key. Okay, then I'll select key switch, and then you can see it's removed the green screen for me. So then I have it this way. Okay, then I will just go and do picture in picture. Now this YOLO box, one thing about it is that you have to select all the input to do picture in picture for all of them before you have the lyrics on it. The mixer in our church, we're able to do it for all the cameras. Yeah, so I think there are some cameras that have that challenge. Okay, so yeah, that is the best I can do. What I will do is I will look for a different mixer. I have some mixers around. I haven't done that. We'll see how we can even remove the green screen. But normally what you do is that you go to the setting, you go to key in. If it's black magic, it's down key, then you can remove the green screen. Okay. Yeah, because once I'm doing the in and out, I have that double exposure showing. Okay, so I think now let's look at the scripture. You can continue. Let me just set this for you.
Okay, so similar to how we set up the theme for the song, it's also the same process of doing that, if you can still remember the procedure that we went through. So at this time around, when you're on the themes tab, you would now have to go and click on the scripture section. So that will open the various scripture themes that you have. You could, as we could edit the song theme, you could also edit an existing theme that you find as default on your Easyworship. So let's say you can right click and actually go default, but still let's go and create a new scripture theme as well. So once again, you have your slide, you click on any area of your slide and you actually bring up the sizable buttons. Then you would also now have to adjust it to fit the bottom of your screen. The only challenge with this scripture, because some scripture actually contains a lot of text, so reading will be,
if you don't take time, you want to give it a number, it will be too big.
Yeah. So some churches like ours, they didn't like the idea of we putting at the bottom. Say we should, so we fill the entire screen. When it gets to projection,
so you can just quickly go in and change the theme. Yes, and then you go full screen.
So the same process, you would come to the inspector with the fill, the slide background, you would color, then you would choose green screen, then with the fill.
So the fill right now, I want us to go gradient. I like gradient color.
So you open and you have various gradient colors, so you can match the colors. So we have blue and black here.
Give us something violet or whatever. No, the blue is okay. The other color is black. Let's change
so the black, let's see, there is this purple here.
It's too purple, it's too girlish. This is also fine.
This is better. Okay, then you could change the angle if you want. So probably you want the purple to move left or right. The angle here can help do that. So when you are done, then you would close. Then now you could also, when you don't give it a title, you can't
save.
So give it the title, let's say training as well. Then you would apply, then you okay. So now you have your scripture theme created. So once again, you would have to make sure you would make this theme that you created the default scripture theme. So then you select as default scripture theme, then you come back to your scripture tab, then you have your scriptures all adjusted to that.
So give us one scripture. Let's see if I can show it on the screen.
And what's your favorite scripture?
Oh, just bring any scripture. Don't come and test my.
So let's say Matthew 7 verse 7. Then you hit enter. Then
so you have it this way.
This way.
So one thing I'm going to do is that with Bible Show, you can use the data file. Then you can configure where you want the Matthew, that is the memory verse, to be. So you can design it in the Vmix graphic designer so that shows nicely. We'll do that later. But now this is how you use Easyworship. So you just keep changing the scripture.
So sometimes Easyworship has a settings where when the scripture is quite loaded, it automatically breaks them into various slides. Should I go there?
Yeah, go there.
So now for that, you would have to go to the edit button. So let's start with the file. The file would help you save whatever. So this is a schedule. So this panel here is a schedule. Schedule helps you to save whatever you want to project on the screen. So let's say you could drag this scripture here to add on to the schedule. So the file here will actually help you to save the schedule. Or when you save it, you can load it or depending on whatever you want to do. So, but for now, let's go to the edit. So the edit, then you would go to the options button. So it will actually open the output settings for your projection. Then now you go to, you're not talking about song, you're talking about scripture. So as well, you click on the scripture. And then there is this automatically flow scripture onto multiple slides. And we also have break on new verse. So this where when Easyworship feels that your slide can't contain the numerous slide, the numerous text that the particular memory verse is showing, it automatically breaks it and add it onto various slides. So you will check these two. Then over here, you will see it's actually giving you the minimum font size before you can break. Then you would, okay. So now let's come and try that one out. So you can see that let's select this particular scripture. You can see that it's actually giving us 3 separate slides for that same scripture that was giving us just one slide with loaded text. So you see one Matthew 7:26, but it's giving us slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. So you can now have the liberty to spread that one. You actually have no authority, or you have no way on which particular on how you're supposed to be kind of spread, because Easyworship does that one for you. So you have 1, 2, and 3, as compared to how the earlier one, which was giving us just one slide with a loaded text on of the scripture on that same slide. So if the text is loaded, it will automatically break them, as you can see. So let me see if there is. So you see this one is still giving us just one slide, because the text isn't that too much for people to struggle to read. So when it's plenty, it breaks them into multiple slides for you to able to for people to read them easily. So let me go back and kind of go back to that process again. So I said you click on the edit button, then you go click on options, then on the scripture tab you make sure your break on new verse is checked, and automatically flow scripture on multiple slides is also checked. Aside that, if you are okay with the slides, the text or the memory verse appearing on just one slide, you could uncheck them back. Then you would hit your okay. Then you have your settings reverted back to its original formatting. So one thing with Easyworship is, with this version, you have to buy the other scripture versions.
The scriptures you have to buy.
Because it gives you just three versions of the Bible: HCSB, the King James, and the RVA, which looks like Spanish or something like that. So with the more available, we could see Easy Worship is charging you $14. Some are $29. Some too are free. So I'm not sure. I've not seen any church using this Bible in basic English or Bulgarian something.
But it looks like there are some that we bought. That is
Yeah.
the download with the download there. So the one they mark.
So even if you want to use Easy Worship now, you have to buy scripture versions now. They are not free. So that's any questions over?
Okay, so let me quickly pick questions. Boss, please, I use OBS for my streaming. Please, I want to know how to connect video Sam. Video Sam is also like lyrics and Bible. I have not really looked at that, so I will probably spend time to look at it. If they have the NDI capability or they have their own system of connecting. Just like the prison is able to also connect to OBS and even to Vmix. So yeah. Then somebody is asking, what of Easy Worship 9? So the Easy Worship, as we were saying, is kind of difficult. Let me quickly show you something. I've seen some people trying to do something those days. Let me see if I can pick my... Okay.
2009.
So you go to if you go to 2009, you go to edit, you go to option. The person was using the margin. So you cannot have the way you have it easily. So the person goes to song, right? And then you go to, yes, you see where the song font is, you click on it, there is going to bring the font and all of that. So the alignment can be, vertical alignment can be at the bottom. So you see it sends the song
automatically
down there. And then I've also seen the person using a margin. So the top margin, you want space there. So let me see if I'm using 500 and see if it's going to push it down. So you see that it's pushing it down. Let me go 800. So we push it down. But one thing about this is that you may not have control over putting a background that we put on it. Yeah, it will be difficult. But if you have a background that you use, Easy Worship, you can just set a background. So you go and use a green background, then you can remove it, which means that this is how it's going to come. I don't know if you can break the song. I think you can.
I think you can. I think the last time we set up for one.
You can break the sound, the song. You can break it into 2 lines, but I don't know how it's going to look like. Okay, so yeah, that is for Easy Worship 9. But I wish you get the 7 and the 6, or the 7. Once you are getting 6, just get the 7. It's just that you will be paying for subscription. I know a lot of you are using the 9 it's a crack version. So try and get that one for now. So if there is any question, you can leave it.
Someone was saying database somewhere. Sorry.
Okay, somebody. Please, I really need your database. Yeah, the last time we did the church media masterclass, the guys who Augustine gave us a link to the database, so I will look for it. I don't know if you're in my church group. We can share it over there. I know they've shared it, so I'll look for that link and share again so that you can have access to them.
Just make sure when you are using Twitter, you can the database, since it's for Easy Worship 7.
You can't send the database to the 9.
You can't configure the database to Easy Worship 2009. It won't pick. It's for Easy Worship and the earlier versions of it.
So this is a lot of work, especially breaking the songs into it took us almost a year or 2 years. And so sometimes they will bring the song, you go and look for the song, and it's not
configured.
Yes. So you have to quickly do it, and then you see people, looking at you in a way.
I'm waiting for lyrics.
So we are still waiting for questions. If you have questions, if you use Easyworship, which version do you use? Will you like the idea where probably I buy the software, I buy the subscription for a year, then I give you an amount. Of course, there will be something small on it for me as a business. Business. Because I know some people will really disappoint. So I will have to vet the churches and know who will be ready to pay. And I will do it every year. They said the link, there is nothing inside the link they shared. Please, the link they shared, there is nothing inside. I think it was so heavy that probably they've forgotten to actually load the database. So what I'll do is I'll pick, our own is how many gig?
Database.
It's like 30, more than 30
right
gig.
Now it's almost like 40 gig.
40 gig. I think it's because of the videos we have. So sometimes when we give it to you, we maybe get some of our video announcements.
Stuff, so.
Yeah, 40 gig is not that easy to update. Now there's a question, how do you update an old database to a new one? Today, I wanted to ask only what we did today, because somebody will come and actually talk about
the database.
The database and all of that. But you have an idea how you update an old database to a new one?
So for that, there's also a process that you have to go through to do that. You would, whenever you create a new profile for Easyworship, it saves the database automatically. So when you're bringing a new database, you have to also create a new profile for it. Then
new profile.
Then you have to check that you are using that particular profile which you update, or you could just load a new database and to automatically rewrite it. So
okay, so 360 motivation 360. I will bring somebody who actually show you how you can get your database loaded, but from 2009 to
and lower
7 is difficult.
I think 16 can.
Barnabas can worry. Barnabas say, where can we get the song database? So try and see how to make it available for you. I saw Barnabas recently at a wedding, and then I was at the top and he called me. These days I've been getting a lot of fans from people when I go to.
I look like people are more interested in the database.
Yeah. These days when I go to event, I see a lot of people calling my name, giving me fans and all of that. Yeah. So we will try and get you the database. So we are using Easyworship 2009, and I want to use the Easyworship 7. Yes, so the 7 you have to pay for is $15 every month. So how much are you willing to pay if I am paying for it? The dollar is running, so that's another challenge. So you do yearly, so that when the year ends, you can look at the price and then quote for the church. But one thing about me is that it's difficult for me chasing people to. Yeah. So if somebody wants to take it as a business, you can just put some percentage on it, so that if somebody is not paying, at least you can cover it, because it's kind of work.
But they can download the demo one, then try and
so you can download the demo one and be trying. Even the demo one, if you remove the green screen, sometimes it's vanished. There's watermark on it will vanish. Yes, I've tried on so many machines and it works. So let me quickly get to the second part of the whole training, that is using Easyworship and then Vmix. Now, I know a lot of people don't have the money, or they are low on budget, so they can't get 2 machines. If you go to my church, there are about 3 or 4. There's 2 desktops, there's laptops. Yes, so you can do what we call the CJ, that's the graphic, and then at the same time. The last time I was telling him that save time and do all of that. So let's quickly look at that. Let me go to now let me show you this. So let's go to Easyworship. Now the Easyworship, if you want to do that, you have to make sure you go to edit option, and then the output, the main output here is NDI. Okay, if you connect and then you extend your desktop, then you have it as secondary, but we are doing NDI and it should be on the same network. And this machine is even on it's the same machine on the same network. So this is Vmix. I have the basic version, and then this is Easyworship. Okay, so once you send the file through NDI, or if you go to Easyworship, you can easily get it. Okay, so if I come to Easyworship and I go to, if I come to Vmix, I go to NDI. This is Easyworship. Okay, so I can easily open it. So this is what we are having here. Now let me. So what you do is that you see, you come to the settings, it's down there, configure various input settings. So you click on it, then it will bring you this setting. You go to color key. Now I'll select the color key box, then I can pick the picker tool, then I'll select the green screen color. So once you select it, you see that it removes some of the green, or there's still some. One thing that works for me is that you just select the auto chroma key preset. I select 2, and then you can see that everything is gone. Okay, so then I can close this. So I have the lyrics like this. Then I will go in for
Color.
my title, lower third. So I want to alternate between the script, the song, the scriptures, and then the lower third. So if somebody is coming to preach, you make sure. So I don't know what name. So this one, do it as Andrew. Okay, so the description should be resident minister. Okay, so this is a lower third that I want to bring in. So this is the resident minister. Now I can do only 4 inputs because it's basic. I'm trying to get money to buy the 1,000 input. And those of you who are still using the pirate version, you continue using it. So what I'll do is that I can just pick the add input, go to color. So here I'm going to use the green color, like how we did with the other one. Okay, so as I use the green, so this green is going to be my main output here. Okay, so I can just select this to, so if they are singing a song, I can select. So I'm using the overlay one. My option is only 1, it's not up to 4. If you buy the $350 one, you get the 4 overlay. So I have only 1. So what is happening is that if they are doing the song, let's go to the song. This is the scripture here. So I can let my, so this is what I'm doing. I'm making this smaller. Okay, so I pick this scripture.
There's a song.
So this is a song. Let me go to a scripture. So I pick this scripture, and when you come here, you see that it's changed through the NDI. Okay, then I can still select this. If I'm preaching, I come back to this. Now if you have the one that is taking the 1,000, and then you have the overlay, 4 of them selected, then you can even put your logo in and all of that. So this output, if you go to full screen, you can output this back to your mixer, and then you can take the green screen out.
Then show it online.
You can take the green screen out. Let me quickly select 2 things here and then show you something. So this is our desktop, and this is our video. Okay, so let me quickly show you. I wanted to bring in a video, only the video, but I don't think it can happen here.
It's up to 4.
So if, let's take it that this is my video coming from, so for example, if I'm not projecting to, if I'm not sending this to my mixer, and I just pick the video feed from the mixer to my laptop, and I'm going to stream direct using the Vmix, I can just use this as so I'm using this as the video coming from the mixer, and I can have the title on it. Okay, so that is what you are seeing at the other side. Let me quickly show you. Okay, so I can change this. So if I have a video in the background, I can have this. For example, let me see if I can get a video on this machine. Okay, so this is a drone. Oh, my input. I have 4 inputs. So let me take this green screen out and then go back. So let me take this drum. So let's assume this video is my video coming in from the capture card. Okay, so I can easily just change. Then I can change. So when it comes to songs, I can't remember the song we have edited.
All right. Imagine if you
Can you remember the song? The song we can't remember it. We should have done Amazing Grace. That one we will remember. But basically, it's changing here. So you can see that it's actually changing. So that's the song. It's just that you have to break it into the 2 lines. And then...
Don't close.
Oh, I'm going to close the Easy Worship. Sorry. So what I normally do is I will let this be at the side small, and then I'll let the Vmix 2 be at the side. Okay, so I'll let it be at the side. So when I need to change the song, I come in to change. If it's a scripture, I change the scripture quickly. It appears here. I can even leave this, and then the person who is keying on the mixer will do that for me. Okay, so this is how you can combine the 2. Now in one of the videos, I'm going to look at how we can use Bible show, because Bible show I can actually let you design how you want the Bible to show. I wish it's the same for songs. So they should add songs to Bible show so that we can do everything at once. Let me see if you have some questions.
The name says Bible show.
Okay, so because you and your team is doing a great job, thank you. We are doing this work for God and for you as a church media. We want to elevate your media to a certain level. That will work for you. Yeah, it was big. So they gave us a QR code to scan it. And so I don't know if you've gotten yours.
Big there is big.
But the song is big. Oh, they said the song is Christ the Lord is risen today. Hey. Christos. So people are very good.
Let me see.
I mean, I didn't even remember. Christ the Lord is risen. I think it was Lord. Christ. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. Oh, Christo, you have done well.
Thank you.
Is there any question? Sometimes I wish I have a Zoom at the same time so that I can pick people to ask questions through Zoom. Directly, and then we can project you to talk instead of typing. Some people want to talk. Me, I hate typing. If it's me, it's going to be difficult for me to type. So I will try and see if you have a question. Probably it's either I'll use my roadcaster. You call in, then we can hear your voice, or we will let you be on video call through Zoom. Even my software is able to, my YOLO boss is able to do that. So we'll try and see. Somebody is saying nice explanation. Yes, we try as much as possible to break it down in a way. Please, there are other softwares that you can use. I think when I posted a video on TikTok, somebody quickly will come and say you can use OBS with Easy Worship. Yes, so there are a lot of software you can use, but I have taken upon myself to teach you what I know. So if you also know how to use the other software, I'll encourage you, if you don't have the platform to teach. I have quite a number of people from all churches. I'm still gathering the number. You can get in touch with me. Then I'll give you the platform to show how it is done, okay? It's better than coming to say that, hey, it is done, this is better. Yes, the person saying that OBS, I don't know. I know people say OBS interface is quite simple, but I also see Vmix to be very simple. So it depends on the individual. Everybody decide on what is best for them. And so if you know something, don't just go and comment over there that, oh, you can use this and that to do it. This one is simple. Yeah, what is simple for you may even be more complex for someone. I don't know if OBS is so complex for me. I don't know. So complex. I don't know where to go to. It's just that I know how to do some of these things, so I play my way around it. The last time I opened TikTok Live, I was struggling until those online would tell me that, oh, don't mirror, don't do this and all of that. So yeah, I would advise that if you are good with some of these things, just let me know and I'll bring you on, and then you can help us to reach more more church media things. Okay, as I've been saying, I'm still looking out for churches that have complex setup. Your auditorium is big that I can do gimbal shot. Yeah, I'll come around and we will talk. We will have some interaction. I'll show you the things you have to look out for when it comes to directing and all of that. We'll be able to do that. Then next year, we are hoping between March and April, we want to have our masterclass summit in Kumasi, because a lot of you are calling for Kumasi. So please, if you come to Kumasi and you are not coming, yeah, so yes, so please, let's start gathering the numbers. We will be coming to Kumasi, those around Kumasi. We'll be coming to Kumasi, and we will make the Kumasi one more practical than what we did in Accra. It will not be that much of talking. We'll do more practicals for Kumasi, and then we'll come back to Accra and do Accra next year. And it's going to be more than what we did this year. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, I know once you are watching, you probably have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Do what to subscribe, share my content with people. It should reach everybody. They shouldn't go anywhere to go and pay. Okay, I know churches call me sometimes to come and train them, and they give me something small. I normally don't charge. I only leave it to you to give me transportation and all of that. I'll drive to your place and come and talk. But it's not also guaranteed that you get me all the time, because I am quite busy. My business is also suffering most at times. Okay, so yeah, if you are good and you can do this, just come on board. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, somebody is saying that I think it's easier on Pro Presenter when doing songs on it. Yeah, Pro Presenter is simple. Even Pro Presenter, one thing I like about Pro Presenter, that you can configure how you want the song to look on each of the screen. I was just telling him that I wish Easyworship can output 3 screens. Yeah. But you know, when it comes to Ghana, Easyworship is what everybody uses. Everybody uses Easyworship. Yes, everybody uses Easyworship. It's only the big churches that are using Pro Presenter. Because of the multiple screens that they have. Yeah. So that's why the last time I brought somebody to do the Pro Presenter at the program. And so I'll be bringing him back to take us through the Pro Presenter. Is quite okay. You can configure how you want the songs to appear online. You can configure how you want the songs to appear on the second screen. That is the audience or the stage. And so, yeah, I know that is also simple. Okay. So God bless all of you. Have a fruitful week until we meet. Next week, I don't know if I will be coming live. I think I have an engagement on that day. Today, I nearly canceled because I want to go for a live program and show you how the setup is, but I couldn't. So if it's happening next week, I will let us all know, and then we will. People are also asking for physical class. Please look for a place for me. The place shouldn't be far from me. It should be close to me. And then once I have the place, it's big enough to take about 20 to 30 people. We can do a physical class. So we show you the thing. I know how difficult it is to learn online. Yes, I'm also planning to do gimbal training. I'll show you some of the movement and all of that. And then we'll also look at directing, how you can direct your video, angles, movement, and all of that. I've seen a lot of churches. Most of you are just directing anyhow. Yeah, you don't direct on the songs. You don't follow the service. And then some of our directors, they don't have the patience. They are just shouting here and there. So I will take time to show you how you can do all of this. If they are playing a song when the instruments have to come in, you see, there are times you don't have to even take the congregation. You have to concentrate on the last time I was telling my people that the MC just said that the choir is going to minister, and you've seen the cameraman on congregation. Like, the choir is coming to minister. If you know the song and you know that the song starts with the keyboard, that's the first thing you should take. And once the lead singer comes in, then you pick that person. Okay, but sometimes we are not serious with the directing, and then we just let everything just go like that. Today I was watching a lot of the live stream online. I normally do that on Sundays. I go to a lot of the churches I know, and I saw some things today. I'll be talking about them later.
Today
So
today was good. Our end.
yeah, okay. Last Sunday I think I was blasting the person who was directing because I've seen a lot of things that was going on. So we'll be doing all of this. Just just subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then we'll be bringing you all of this, and it's for free. Okay, so thank you. See you next week.